Hello everybody, this is Colton Wood. I just want to show you guys a little home workout I've been making for you. Main thing on tricep discs is to keep that head neutral, not make sure you're rounding that chest, keeping that back nice and straight up and straight down. A little thing to make this easier, if you bring those legs back into a squat, you can use your legs to help you go up and down instead of just isolating the triceps on this movement. And on to box jumps. Box jumps up and over, as you can see, we're doing up and over the bar stool. You guys can use any height that kind of works for you. You don't have to just use the highest one or the lowest one. Just kind of go with what you're comfortable with. You don't have to do up and overs, but you guys can also have like a sturdy surface that you can actually do plyometric box jumps onto instead of having to lift your legs up and over everything and do traditional box jumps. Sorry about the shaky camera. I tried to put a pillow underneath it and do everything I really could to get it from not shaking, and it did not work at all, so I'm really sorry about that. Single arm rows. Main thing on this, just keep that back nice and straight, head neutral, really contract those shoulder blades together, feeling it through the lower lat when you're pulling through. You can use a backpack. You see I have a suitcase in the back. The only thing about the suitcase, it's a little big when it comes to single arm rows because you kind of have to have that angle to your back. If you're doing upright rows, the suitcase would probably work fine, but honestly, this backpack was pretty hard after a minute of doing it. You just kind of have to load it with a bunch of books or the heaviest things you can possibly find really in... Oh, it's 30 seconds. It's not a minute. Oh, look at that. I'm messing up already. I'm bracing my arm just because that's comfortable for me. You can put your arm right by your side. You can do anything with it. Just make sure you're keeping that back nice and straight and you're not letting that chest round. Superman holds. Superman holds are pretty hard for 45 seconds. So if you drop the time, no worries. Kind of go what's best for you, but you need to push yourself on this. Another modification for this is bending those arms. If you bend your arms, it's going to put it more in the lower back and it's going to be easier to hold. When you put those arms straight out there, it puts it more on the shoulders. You can see my shoulders are a little bit down. I like to critique myself sometimes, so if you could raise them all the way up to your ears, that would be absolutely perfect when it comes to that. You are going to do those exercises for 3 rounds and the new exercises for 3 rounds too. Push-ups, pretty self-explanatory here. Try not to just flare out those elbows, keep that head neutral, put that chest to the ground. Yes, as many as you can within 1 minute. I know that's hard, but you want to keep pushing yourself. If you have to take a 10-second break and finish up, go for it. Or you can always drop to those knees and finish out the reps. 1 minute plank. If you cannot last the 1 minute, then you can drop to those knees, but you got to fight for this one. This one is extremely simple when it comes to body mechanics. One straight piece of board, pretty much. You want that body as flat as you possibly can. You want that head neutral. You can see that I'm pretty straight. My hips could go down just a little bit, and that would help by squeezing your glutes. So keep those abs and those glutes engaged, and it'll really help keep that straight body. Push-up blocks. These are pretty hard. Pretty self-explanatory though. You want to keep your body as flat as possible, just like the plank. Keep that head up, neutral. This hurt the top of my feet a little bit. So what I would do is, if you guys do not have sliders or gliders, then I would use either paper plates or paper towels. In this coronavirus situation, probably more paper plates than paper towels, but that is your choice to make on that. This is a little extra something for you guys. I like to critique myself again. When you start, you want to keep that body straight. You notice how on my third one I start to do it, but my first two I let my belly drop. You want to keep that nice hollow shape, and you don't want to let that belly drop at all. You want to go as high as you possibly can on this. All right, press handstand walks. Press handstand walks are pretty self-explanatory. You just want to try to put your feet in front of your hands, and then when you're going backwards, you want to try to bring those feet behind your hands so that you have to walk your hands backwards. These are pretty hard. You gotta have a lot of ab strength for this. These are working press handstands though, so if you really want to get that core strength, which is the main chunk of your body when it comes to handstands, that's what balances, that's what stabilizes. You gotta work on these press handstand walks. Give me some feedback and what you think. Thank you.